Hi, I'm Christa Jacobson, headmistress of the Budo Ryu Kai, where we teach authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. In today's video, we're going to have a little bit of a vlog video, right? A little bit of an update video. I've got lots of topics I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to go over some of the things that we did at the last Tai Kai event that we had about a week ago, which was one of the 3 major events we have all year. I want to discuss some of the ninjutsu training and some of the things that we talked about and discussed and share that with you guys. I kind of want to talk about some of the snarky ass little comments that I've had lately and condescending comments and posts that I've had in my my feed, and kind of share my thoughts on some of that with you guys a little bit, and get your guys' thoughts on that. We do have some new products coming out, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. We have some upcoming events that's going to be happening, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. I also have a message for all of the people who are in the Budo Ryu Kai Online Ninjutsu Dojo, talk about training and some of the things that they need to be doing. And for those of you guys who are interested in online training, that section might be something that you guys might want to pay attention to as well. So we've got lots of things to discuss today, and I'm going to go for my little walk here and talk about all these subjects with you guys today. Now, before I begin, I always give a shout out to all of my new viewers. So if this is the first video that you guys have seen of me, my name is Christa Jacobson. I am the headmistress of the Budo Ryu Kai, which means School of the Warrior Way. We teach koryu ninjutsu and koryu bujutsu, so the ancient martial arts of the ninja and samurai. The school does have other areas of focus, such as reality-based self-defense, weapons training and tactics, concealed carry, survival skills, martial arts theory, thought and philosophy, martial arts conditioning. If any of those subjects at all interest you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell. I do post 2 to 3 videos every single week, so if you guys are interested in any of those subjects at all, please subscribe, click the bell, and keep up with what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to start out with the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko. So the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko is one of the 3 major Tai Kai events that we have every year. So these 3 major events that we host is the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko in May, we have the Daikomyo-sai in June, and we have the annual Ninja Stealth Camp in July. Now, the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko and the Daikomyo-sai is only for Budo Ryu Kai students. However, the annual Ninja Stealth Camp is for anybody who would like to come in and train in ninjutsu and learn, you know, stealth and concealment and all that kind of stuff. And we work various techniques, work out of the scrolls and all that kind of stuff. Stealth walking and camouflage and concealment. That's for that event, and that one's open to the public. Anybody can show up if they'd like. Of course, we have a number how many people can come, so it is going to be, once we hit the number, you know, I'm not taking any more. There's always a limit to how many people can show up, so space is limited, but anybody can come in. That one's not, the Ninja Stealth Camp, the annual Stealth Camp is not limited to just Budo Ryu Kai students, but the first 2 are. So we just finished the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko, and last year, because of COVID, I only made the camp available to just advanced students. It was really nice to only do things that advanced students would be doing, and it worked out really well. And I just decided to repeat it again, even though this year there's not as much of a COVID lockdown and all that kind of stuff. Things are much more open this year than what they were last year with COVID. It just worked out so well, and it's something that I think I'm going to probably just do. I think the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko is only going to be for advanced students, for those of you guys who would like to show up and you're advanced students within the organization. And what I decided to do this year that I've never done before was I decided to kind of whip out some scrolls and show them some things that I've never shown before. Now, anyone who comes to Hanbu sees scrolls. I always put scrolls out and all that kind of stuff, and there's certain ones that are Tomo-ryu scrolls that I've kind of always put out. But there are scrolls that I've never put out and I've never let anybody see. And the ones that I've never let anybody see are the really good stuff, to be quite honest with you. It is the things that are the most near and dear to my heart. They are the things that all the students train in and know, and they see in their densho when they're learning the material and going through the levels. And those scrolls are things that, because it's so intimate to me and so in my heart of who I am as a person and the ninjutsu that I teach, I've always kept them, and I've always thought, you know, when the time is right, this is when I'm going to show these scrolls. So I think there's a reason why that's never happened. It's not that the black belts that were the students that I had previous to the student body that we have now, or some of the black belts that are not with us now, who's already left. It's not like I've been trying to hide scrolls or anything from them. It just, I didn't feel that the time was right. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I've had a lot of people in the past really betray and lie to me and kind of throw me under the bus, and and that's really what made me pull everything back and be like, I just don't trust so many people anymore, because nowadays people have no loyalty, no dignity, no respect. They're not dedicated, skipping around to 40 different martial arts schools. They don't want to be critiqued or trained. They want to do whatever they want to do, and that's why they're not successful, and they're just kind of the bottom feeders of the martial arts world, right? But anyway, because of all the things that I went through, with so many people taking shots at me online, so many people betraying me, lying to me, throwing me under the bus, saying that they're gonna do this or we're gonna do this, and then it turns out that that's not the case. It really made me feel like, okay, I can show these scrolls. These are the ones that everyone comes to this dojo and sees, but these right here are really special to me, and I'm not gonna share those with anybody unless I feel like they've truly earned it, and I feel like I can trust them with this material. This year was the first year that I whipped out the Tomo-ryu, the Shoden no Maki, Chuden no Maki, Okuden no Maki, Kaiden no Maki, and I was showing them, and these are the techniques that we train in here, and here's a Kuden for this, and I thought it was just a good time, and I'm really honored to be able to show them that, because the people that were there at this year's Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko, they were the only ones that's ever seen those scrolls. So I just felt like this year, the students that were coming to the Tomo-ryu Shinobi Keiko were advanced students, and they've sat with me through everything. They went through all the bullshit, all the things that have been said online, all the black belts that's come and gone and done, horrifically terrible, disrespectful things when they left. Not to mention all the stuff that's been said about me online that's just fake news. It's not true. They're just posting stupid shit, and they're talking about things that they don't even know anything about. Like this year was the first time I shown these scrolls to my most dedicated students, these 4 scrolls. And I do want to say that I own hundreds of scrolls. I am a collector. I do collect them. I have hundreds of scrolls. But I'm talking about, this was the first year that I specifically shown Tomo-ryu Shinobi Jutsu Shoden no Maki, Chuden no Maki, Okuden no Maki, and Kaiden no Maki to the students that were at this particular camp. They are the only students to actually have seen these scrolls in full. And they've been with me through everything, and I wanted to give them kind of a thank you and share something that's very intimate to me and my heart, and very intimate towards the ninjutsu that we teach within this organization. So they got to see those things, and that's how we started the event. And I thought that was a very special way to start, and it's definitely going to be something that I'm always going to cherish as one of my bigger moments as a teacher with that particular group. Overall, it was just a good thing. I think the highlight of the event was the scrolls, that I shared scrolls that I've never shared before with this particular group, and that's definitely the highlight of the Tomo-ryu camp for 2021. Now we do have 2 more. We have the Daikomi Yosai coming up this month, and that's for all Budo Ryu Kai students. If you guys can only come to one, that's the one to come to. So that'll be the end of this month. And the end of next month, we'll have the annual Ninja Stealth Camp. So I'm looking forward to those camps, and sharing what I've learned in the arts with everybody, and hopefully they go just as well as the Tomo-ryu camp did. Moving on, I do feel like this part's going to go to the people who are the online ninjutsu students, or people who would like to be online students, whatever. You know, I post 2 or 3 videos a week on YouTube. And I mean, yeah, my channel is monetized and all that kind of stuff, but you really don't make that much money. I mean, unless you're getting millions of views on all your videos, you really don't make a lot of money. So the reason I do it is so that the people who are in the online dojo, they have an opportunity to kind of feel connected and keep up with things, rather than like, oh, look, I'm working on level 1 and these are the downloads, and that's the only interaction that the student gets. If I'm posting 2 to 3 videos a week on my YouTube channel, my students get an opportunity to interact with me, you know, hear the updates and the things that's going on. It helps them be part of something more than just like, here's some videos. And granted, don't get me wrong, there is the process. You're in the online dojo, you're learning, you send in reviews, you get a critique, you fix the reviews, you do the workouts, blah, blah, blah. But the YouTube channel is a way for me to interact with my students on a wider level, and hopefully interact with people who might want to become members into the organization. And I think a lot of times the students who, probably not the most dedicated students in the online dojo, you know, the ones that bought the program and then they don't do anything with it, I don't think they watch the YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff very much, because I'll say, hey, did you see the video? Like, I don't know if I saw that one, you know. And it's like I wonder, because it's like, if you're in the online dojo, you're not going, well, that's not true. 90% of the people, I would say 90% of the students in the online dojo probably train in a different martial art. They're not really dedicated to this one, you know what I mean? But there are, I would say 10, maybe 20% that is 100% dedicated to this. But even if you look at the spectrum of everything, it's like, if you're studying online, and let's just say that you're not doing another martial art, you're part of that 10 to 20% that this is your only martial arts training. You're, you know, although I will admit the majority of people in the online dojo probably go to like an MMA school or Aikido or Karate, and they're doing the online training as a compendium to learn new stuff to keep their martial arts training fresh. That's what the majority do. But there is that 10 to 20% that don't. And I know I just repeated myself, but follow me. For that 10 or 20%, when I ask them, did you watch the videos? Are you watching these videos? I don't know if I saw that one, or I don't know. I always wonder how dedicated they are. And the reason I say that is because if you're not going, I mean, most people go, if you go to a dojo 2 or 3 times a week, and it's an hour, hour and a half each time, that's 3 to 5 hours a week, right? That you're training in a dojo. If you're not training in a dojo, then you should have 3 to 5 hours a week to keep up with all your shit. It's like, you should be watching all my videos. That's kind of part of the whole thing, you know? But I don't think they see that. They're like, nah, okay, yeah, that video has nothing to do with me getting my yellow belt, so I don't want to watch it. It's the most dumbest, unintelligent shit I've ever heard. But you would be shocked at the amount of people who don't do anything except for I want that yellow belt, I want that orange belt. And anything that goes above and beyond doing that, they just don't do it. And those are the martial artists that suck. They're never going to be good because they believe that what's on that paper is all they need to know. And that's not how I teach. I mean, granted, we have a curriculum and you need to know this material to get that belt, but you need to know a lot more than that to be good. And you got to do a lot more than that to be good. And so many people are just lazy. They're not motivated, they're not dedicated, they're only dedicated to themselves. Like, you know how many people, and then now let's move on to the people that I said some really cheesy stuff on my page lately. They say hateful comments and post hateful shit. And I don't hide it, I'm a transgendered woman. And being a transgendered woman teaching martial arts is difficult because the majority of people who teach martial arts are men. And they usually fit in the category of they're a police officer or security or ex-military, or they walk around like they're an alpha male or whatever the shit, right? They're G.I. Joe, right? And they have this look. You don't see very many women teaching martial arts. You definitely don't see, I mean, I am the only trans woman that runs an international school of martial arts in the world. And it's difficult. And people do say very hurtful and hateful things to me all the time on my social media, and they post these hateful things and all this kind of crap, and I let it go in one ear out the other. It doesn't really bother me to that from a personal perspective. It doesn't bother me. But what I do want to bring that up is, like, I don't know what the benefit of their actions, what they're trying to get out of it, other than they making fun of someone online. And I mean, clearly all the hateful critics and the people who've backstabbed me and thrown me under the bus in the previous years, I'm still around teaching, and I work with thousands of people all over the world in ninjutsu. And so I'm not going away anytime. Not even, I wouldn't even say anytime soon. Like, I'm just not going away. My business is very well established. My school of ninjutsu is very well established. You know, I've been doing this almost 20 years, teaching worldwide. So it's like, I ain't going anywhere. But my point with that is like, when people say these hateful, hurtful things, I really don't understand what the benefit or what they're trying to get out of that is. Because their words isn't going to change whether or not I do something. But their actions make them look like a complete ass, and then they talk about things that's just not true, and they post things that's just simply not true. I think what they're trying to accomplish with their prejudiced, closed-minded bigotry is to voice an opinion, true or not, but voice their opinion and their views and the way that they see life to detour others from joining my organization. So they post these lies and fake news and all this shit just because they know that they have maybe a group of people that follow them, or they have a specific community that follows them, and then they post all these things to try to detour that. But I'm not for sure how well that works or not. I mean, every single week we get people joining the Online Dojo, you know, so it's like, I don't know how effective that is, but I wonder, in the world that we live in, I think if it was 1985 or 92, you know, something like that may have had more of an impact. I think we live in a world where everybody is skeptical of everything they see, and when they see something real, they know it. So I think me posting videos and showing the skills and what we do and the martial arts and, you know, that kind of thing, that trumps everything they say, because they're just sharing an opinion. And since we live in a world where everyone shares their opinion, and we live in a world where we're all we step back away from the media a little bit, all forms, social media and otherwise, because we just feel like everyone's sharing their opinion, and it's all horseshit, and it's all fake and fake news and all that kind of thing. Not for sure how effective their banter is, but nonetheless they do it. But you let me know about that, you guys. Let me know. There's 3 things we talked about. So in the comments, let me know what you guys think about what I said about the Tomo-ryu camp and me sharing some scrolls. 2, let me know if you guys are online students or not, or considered, and do you guys watch as many videos as you can as I post up, so you guys can keep up with the organization and use that as a way to, as a compendium or kind of a connecting everything together through your martial arts training, the Online Dojo. And then give me your thoughts about the haters and the trolls and all that shit that's posting all this stuff online. I know that the haters and trolls have been very successful by eliminating lots of people on the internet and making them close down their schools. This one guy online made so much hateful content that someone like literally hung himself, you know. And there's another guy, like friends with that guy, and he said so many freaking hateful things about me, and he doesn't in publicly anymore, he doesn't do it public anymore. But because of that incident, or after that incident, this other little group sent me a bunch of screenshots of emails of what, you know, they had had conversations about me, and I've got all these emails now. It's like, so like, even within their group, they have people that are not as close to friends as they think they are, and they're sending me copies and forwarding emails of all these things that was said about me. And I see who's the people talking, and I was like, huh, you know. But again, that happened a while back. But still, it's just like, what is your guys' thoughts on that? Do you really think people posting their opinions are going to have much to do with anybody's business, especially in the world that we live in? Because, I mean, hell, even our politicians and world leaders use things like that to their advantage, and I don't know that it really changes much, you know. Anyway, those are my little random thoughts for the day. Just thought I'd share all those kind of thoughts with you guys. Let you guys go. If you guys are interested in authentic ninjutsu and classical samurai bujutsu, please check out my website at www.budoryuninjutsu.com. There you guys can see a list of our schools, the 7 traditions, the philosophies and strategies that we teach. If you do not live next to one of our schools, you guys can always join the Budo Ryu Kai Online Ninjutsu Dojo, and you guys can start training with us that way. So Thank you guys very much for your love and support. I deeply appreciate it. And until next time, take care, be safe, and good luck in your journey of Budo.